What's up everyone, welcome back. This week I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite freestyle kayaking trips to do when you're going downstream, the wave wheel. If you're new around here, just stop the tutorial for a second. You should probably just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. New whitewater kayaking videos pretty much every single Monday, so I'll wait. You hear that? Okay, cool, now we can keep going. So the wave wheel, what is it? Well, to start with, the wave wheel is a really fun downriver trick where you basically do a cartwheel over a wave. The prerequisite information for this trick, you've got to be able to do the flat water double pump and ideally a flat water cartwheel, and then it actually does make it quite easy to progress into getting the wave wheel easy peasy. If you can't do those, you can still maybe do the wave wheel, but it's definitely a lot easier once you can do that flat water double pump and that flat water cartwheel. But we're aiming to do a cartwheel over a wave. A few things to think about. Thing number one, all right, wave selection. We are ideally looking for a set of waves in a little series, ideally between 1 and 3 feet. Smaller than a foot, it's actually quite difficult to get enough lift up and push down so that you can make your boat come vertical for that cartwheel end. Taller than 3 feet, you actually have a lot of time on edge, and it's quite difficult to stay balanced for the amount of time you need to as you come over the crest of that wave. So ideally you're looking for waves in a set between 1 and 3 feet. Those waves you're looking for, ideally going to be smooth and green waves. Ideally not with any breaking foam on top, and ideally a consistent shape. Unfortunately, the wave I have to use in this example, it is kind of breaking on top a little bit. It's not the perfect wave to demonstrate this on, but it does fall within that like kind of 1 to 3 foot range. So, you know, not ideal, but we'll keep moving on. Okay, so how do we do our wave wheel? First thing, we're gonna select our wave, pick where we're going. All right, decide which wave you're gonna be wave wheeling over before we get there, so then you can kind of plan ahead and work backwards, right? Build up some speed. You want to be coming into that wave about medium speed, medium heart. You don't want to be coming in full speed as fast as you can because you'll probably be out of control, but you don't want to be like kind of slow and floaty either. Just find that happy ground in the middle. As you're coming up that wave, you're going to do the first part of your double pump stroke to lift your kayak up out of the water. You're trying to pull your knees up into your chest while your boat's on its edge, and that's helping your bow come up and become weightless. Once your bow is at the top of its axis and it's kind of started to come loose, you'll feel this feeling just before you start to drop down. You're going to drop your boat's edge a little bit more, and at the same time switch from a pulling stroke, pulling up on your knees, to a pushing down stroke, which is going to push your bow underneath you. How vertical your boat is controlled by your body position, so it might be appropriate for you to stand up a little bit here to keep your boat vertical enough. The more you stand up, the more vertical your boat's going to be. The more you crunch forward, the lower angle it's going to be. So depending on how much edge you put on in those first couple of steps is going to depend a lot on how much you need to stand up or not stand up. As you can see in this example here, as I'm pushing down on my feet, I do stand up a little bit in the end just to help my boat stay vertical as it falls through. As my boat's falling back down, I'm flattening my boat edge out and crunching my body weight forward so that I land in a nice kind of paddling backwards position, nice and strong and ready to take another stroke if I need to, nice and balanced. As always, you kind of need to look where you want your boat to go to. So as your boat's lifting up, don't be tempted to look up at your toes. You want to be kind of looking down, ready for where your boat's about to travel to, right? So once your boat's coming up, you need to be looking down, ready to stay ahead of your boat so that it can follow you down. If you're looking up, then you won't be able to rotate back in that downwards axis. So you do need to think quite a bit about where you're looking, because that's going to make a big difference in how your trick comes out, right? So always look where you want your boat to go is a good thing to think about, and it still applies here with our wave wheels. So in summary, pick your wave carefully, lift up on the upstream side of the wave, push down at that point where your boat becomes weightless, stand up a little bit if you have to just keep you keep your boat nice and upright, nice and vertical. Finish off with a nice backstroke, bing bang boom. Call that a good job. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful and interesting. If there's any wave wheel tips that I missed, anything that's critical to your success in a wave wheel, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll be hanging out there, kind of interacting with people as much as I can. Great. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button just down there. That's all. I will see you next week for something else fun and kayaking related. Peace.